Okay. Hi. My name is Tay, and welcome to TayeVerse. So, okay. An innerverse brought to reality. I know that sounds very out there, but it really isn't. It's just the things that make up me. I'm just presenting that outward in different ways. So TayeVerse is like the universe, the whole hub, the whole area in which these planets or realms or aspects of myself reside in, right? So we have TayeDreaming, which is what the channel's former name was, and yeah, that's my visual arts world. We have TayeCare, which is the holistic care or the holistic wellness and care business, but it's also now a self-directed care. And what I'm going to do is pretty much show y'all things that I've been looking up in terms of holistic or alternative health practices and trying them out, researching, trying them out, showing you like, hey, this is what I found out after doing this for this amount of time. Maybe y'all are interested and you can do your own research, because that's important. You always do your own research. Find out if that is something that you are still interested in and apply what you learn from it and go from there. And then we have Mindjewel, which is when the unsaid becomes voice. That's a very prominent thing in my life because I've always been I wasn't always like this. When I was a little girl, I was so expressive, and I was basically like an entertainer. I would put on shows for the family. I would dance nonstop. I had a lot of energy. For some reason that stopped. I don't know why. Can't remember. One thing that I've learned over time is that my voice is important, and I used to have a difficult time expressing through my voice verbally or with words. And so I've always written stories, though. When I would look back at the stories that I would write as like a kid and a teenager, I realized this is me processing how I feel and putting it into the stories. Some of them could have been some of them were like self-inserts, not just me copy pasting there, but just certain aspects of myself or certain things that I'm going through, or things that I wanted to overcome. And I don't even think I realized it at the time, but as I gotten older and I look back at all my old documents that I had over the years, I'm like, damn, okay, it's a little, the writing stories was therapeutic, basically. So I still have a lot of story ideas and graphic novel ideas, comic book ideas, book series ideas, but I always had a thing for writing like one-offs. I didn't really sustain or wrote a story to completion, like having a scene or just like a one-off or just like a excerpt of something that could have been in like the beginning or the middle or the end of the whole entire story. I really like those, and I think that's a really good practice as I work my way to becoming an actual author, published author. One of the many things I would like to do, I would create the scene visually, right? And then I would have the blurb or the one shot, a little micro fiction, I think that's the term. Just like a little short story. On top of the stories, I write poetry. If I dabble into music, when I dabble into music, I always step back because it's like I have to learn how to sing. I have to learn how to sing decently, and that's where I get a little hung up. Also, I have a guitar and I have to learn how to play the guitar. I've had that thing for years and I still need to learn how to play it. I gotta get it fixed and learn how to play. So, Mindjewel, poetry, spoken word, lyrics, songs, music, and fictional story writing, creative writing. Voice is not just verbal, it's like voice in writing, just the style in which is being transcribed or you know what I'm trying to say. My light, damn, this always gotta happen. But I think chords. So TayeDreaming, TayeCare, Mindjewel, all are part of the TayeVerse. And TayeVerse, which is this channel, also have a YouTube and TikTok. I mean, I got YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook for this, which is whatever. But the whole point of TayeVerse is to show you that process of bringing my inner reality. It's innerverse because, you know, microcosms and stuff. Now we all have a universe within ourselves and we are part of the universe here. So it's just bringing those creative ideas into reality, into tangible form, and expanding myself. So I have, hold on, I'm trying to get to my, okay, so for TayeVerse, an innerverse brought to reality, it's life, art, voice, healing, expansion. What all that is TayeVerse's life, which is just gonna be like me yapping like I am right now on the couch or wherever I'm at, in the car, like I've been posting, out and about, maybe on my nature walks, or on my nature walks, I don't know why I'm talking like that, and just wherever I'm at, like doing whatever, maybe at the library, chilling, who knows. But that's just what the life part is life, you know, doing all these things while being a mom of a kiddo who has autism. Like, I try not to bring that stuff in, like, my personal life in regards to, like, my kid. I don't like to bring that too much into, I don't want to show his face, I don't want to do all that, but I will talk about them sometimes. And then art, that's TayeDreaming, obviously. Voice is the Mindjewel, and I explained that. Healing is TayeCare, and then expansion, some may view that as like some mystical, ultra spiritual want, but it literally is just expanding myself, going out of my comfort zone, growing as a person. And yeah, that's really what those mean as part of the channel's tagline. So what has been going on though? I've been fed up with myself real bad. I've mentioned this 18 million times, probably. I have an autoimmune disease. It's called Graves' disease. It is hyperthyroidism, which is an overactive hyperthyroid, or it's an overactive thyroid. I had a flare-up this past fall, on top of a lot of other things going on, which was just compounded stress, and I wasn't relieving the stress like I should have been, and that in turn made things really bad on my body, my mind, everything. So I started to take my medication for that. Jesus. Sorry. I'm now getting tired. The meds kicked in. But then I've been adjusting. It's an adjustment, but I feel a lot better than how I have been, which is like I'm grateful, because I was barely getting out of bed at a point. Just getting the things that kiddo needed and just laying back down. I couldn't deal with light, couldn't deal with sounds much, and all of that. So now that I'm feeling better and I started to vend, well, I did one event and I hope to do more soon, very soon. I'm excited. I'm really excited for this year. Last year, that was one of the best years I've had, and I learned so much. Learned a lot last year, and I'm just looking forward to what I have in store for everyone. And it includes the channel, it includes just services to provide people, and the channel is going to help me out to create that ambiance that I need, or that ambiance I'm trying to create for the service. And it's going to be cool. It's going to be a vibe. It's going to be, the importance of it is to center yourself, or it's to have that intention rather. So yeah, centering yourself, but also having intentionality and aligning yourself with this specific state of feeling or visualization or emotion or whatever it would be, and to let yourself drift off into that and thus make the artwork. It's gonna be cool. There is different components to it. So like, it's an art thing, but it's also a psychological thing. It's also a spiritual thing. It's also a neurological thing. These are all things that are interesting to me, and I incorporate with improving myself as a person. And I hope that me showing these things will, make someone else interested and do their own research and find ways for them to self-regulate and improve themselves, step out their comfort zone, go do things that they want to do. Like, if you're already above and beyond, then you're already above and beyond. This is for people who get stuck. People who get stuck in their head, people who get stuck in their comfort zone, people who, get in their own way quite a bit. And I have been one of those people. I still am. It is what it is. I'm not coming to you like I have all the answers. No, the whole point of this channel is to show you the process. I am most definitely a work in progress, but that's fine as long as there's progress. I got real fed up with myself and where it was at. You want to do more. You want to be more in terms of self-fulfillment, not keeping up with the Joneses or, some people want to be famous. That's fine. Do you. But it's like, just want a better life for yourself. And there is no reason that you shouldn't aim for that. Even with all of the suspect things happening right now. Honestly, there is no other time to do it. You're just gonna never do it, or just at least try. At least make the attempt, because there's nothing stopping you from doing so but yourself. Okay, well, I think this is it for now. It's late. I still gotta take all this off my face and get ready for bed. So thank you for watching. This is TayeVerse, and I'm looking forward to this. This has been something that I was supposed to start the beginning of 2026. It is April 2026, but hey, this is not like the new year cycle. Like I said, I have been sick, not feeling well. I didn't have my priorities checked in order. Had a lot of distractions. I let a lot of things come first, and I let myself be last. And that was another thing that I learned. That was another thing that I got really fed up with myself about. I want this for myself. Why am I not prioritizing and making the time for it? It's very simple question. Why? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is continue to plan out content or plan out videos that need planning. Some don't. Make time to make some art and record at least some of it and go from there. So thank you. Peace out. You guys have a good night.